Okay, so today is January 7th, 2024. I'm literally in the same clothes that I had on yesterday because I'm just enjoying this amazing snow day and that's it. um I don't know. I'm comfortable right now. So yeah. Before I get started though, oh yeah, it's a snow day. So where I'm at right now, there's a snow day happening. So it's beautiful out. I woke up and I saw like the snow outside, and it snowed for quite a bit. So we've got a couple of inches of snow out. And then like it has stopped. And then like as I was doing like my morning routine and hanging out with my daughter and all that good stuff, like it started back up again, which is cool because there's nothing like a nice snow day and like some hot chocolate and movies and just I don't know, being lazy and enjoying the scenery, I guess. So it's cool. It's cool. Um, I personally enjoy snow days, so it's beautiful. Oh wait, today is January 7th, so Sunday. So also before I get what's going on now? Whoa. Snow. She loves the snow. So before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you, gives you clarity, great. If it is not, then don't force it to be your story. All right? I gotta turn the ringer on. You okay? Hold on. Are you okay? Okay. She is. I don't know. If you know anything about like kids, they can be dramatic, but like in some of like the funniest ways. She's great. She's great. She is perfection. So, um, yeah. So I guess I'm gonna hold on 1 second. Be careful with that noodle. You can play with it. Just be careful with it. She just be coming out with she's got a pool noodle and she's just like whipping it around. All right, so I'm not gonna talk about like the whole dream I had last night, but I think just a particular message. I guess the main thing that really stood out to me the most is what I will talk about. It was I don't know, it was like I was in a house, but it wasn't like a regular house. It was kind of like like this house had like rooms that had like elaborate designs, and it was honestly it was a pretty cool house. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty neat. It was really cool. But I was like looking for my room in the house, and every room that I went into, it's like they were already occupied by other people, which okay. So here was the strange thing. Like it was supposed to be my house, or it was like I was supposed to feel comfortable in that house, right? That was the thing. I was supposed to feel comfortable in this house, and I knew that I had a room in this house. I knew I had a room in this house, but I had to find it. Okay, I had to find my own room, and in the house, every time I was like, oh, maybe this is my room, and I opened the room and it would be occupied by other people, right? It was like I don't know, it was just like other some people I didn't recognize, and some people I did recognize. Like in one of the rooms, it was like, I don't know, there were like 2 bunk beds, but they were like these, they were like exaggerated in height and width, and there were like these 2 people sleeping on the bunk beds already. So I was like, oh, this room is already occupied. But the 2 people that were sleeping on the bunk beds, and one of the bunk beds, like I recognized who the person was, and then the other person I didn't recognize them, but they were like watching TV, and like I walked in, and they were looking at me like, this is our room, and I was like, oh, my bad, I'm sorry, right? But anyway, so that's kind of like an idea of what's going on. Like the rooms were occupied, and like there was this one room where I was like, oh, maybe this could be my room. But the room was like small, it was dull, it was boring, and it only had like a bed in there. I was like, this is not, it can't be, right? It's like, anyways, that's not really the point. The point is that I was supposed to feel comfortable in this house, right? But the thing was, I was having such a hard time trying to locate my room. And it was kind of like, I had a knowing that I was supposed to feel comfortable there. I had a knowing that I had a room there. But for some reason, it was like, it was made sure, not by the divine, not by the house itself either. It was made sure that like whatever room I would walk into, it would happen to, like, it would just be, oh, I'm sorry, it's occupied, so this is obviously not your room, right? Like it just happened to be occupied. And it's just like, there was an energy like, let's make this difficult for the collective to find their room. And I remember in the beginning, before I was even starting to look for my room, there was like, it's like somebody, okay, so I was like in the kitchen or something like that, right? And I was talking to like some people that I recognized. For the sake of being vague, I'm going to keep it like that, right? So I was talking to some people, blah, 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 whatever. And then out of nowhere, this energy comes in, and it made me feel like I was being doubted. So in order to get away from that, I'm like, let me just go to my room. But that feeling was like, oh, you'll never find your room. Like, your room is not, like, it's like, you'll never find your room. You'll never feel comfortable. You'll never, there's a big feeling, a big energy that is trying to, like, not exactly oppress, but it kind of really is. It's trying to, like, lay on you. It's trying to, like, sit on you. It's trying to, like, be around you. And it's like a feeling of doubt, a feeling of like, you don't belong, you're unwelcome, like you'll never find your place. Like there's an energy, a feeling, a person, because in the dream, it was coming from a specific person from my dream. She was somewhere in the background, right? She was older than me, but it was coming from a specific person. It was like emanating from her. And all I can think about is like, why are you trying to attach this onto me? Like, why are you trying to throw this onto me? Like, why are you trying to make me feel so unwelcome? Why are you trying to make me feel so doubtful of myself? Why are you trying to make it so difficult for me to find my room, my place, like, this is my domain. Why are you trying so hard to make me feel uncomfortable, right? So I guess that's really that. Someone is like really trying to make you feel like you just don't belong. Like this is not your place. Like whatever it is that you're doing, you shouldn't be doing it. Wherever it is that you're living, you shouldn't be living there. Wherever it is that you're working, you shouldn't be working there. Whoever it is that you're friends with, you shouldn't be friends with. It's this. Honestly, you know what, to be honest with you, there is something inside this person that's like amping things up for them. This person is very, this is going to sound very weak because I know who this person was in my dream and I know who this person was in real life. And so this could resonate with you, collective, if you're watching. But this person's spirit is very, very weak. It's prone to attacks, right? It's prone to attachment. So this is someone, and this is someone who they're just always suffering in some way. That's the best way I can put it. without being as like I feel like this has to be vague, right? Because it was my dream and I'm not trying to like call anything or anybody out because it's not going to resonate with everybody. But this person is always suffering. For some of you, it could be a masculine, but in my dream, it was a woman. She was older than me, so it could be a man who's older than you. But this person is always suffering with something, right? They're always. It's not always. It could always. It's always either with like some mental ailment or physical ailment, but they are always suffering. This person ultimately, at the end of the day, they are just miserable. They have a very, 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 very weak spirit. And their weak spirit has attracted and allowed entities and darkness and negativity and misery to fester and settle, right? Those things are those things that, like, it's like eating this person up. This person cannot be around you. You'll know who this person is because this person cannot be around you. It's like your light, it just angers them. It makes them volatile. It makes them jealous. It makes them like, I don't know, like, it's so sad. It's so sad because this person cannot be around you. Right? It's like, and realistically, if you would think about it, there's really no reason why you cannot be around me. But spiritually, it's because this person's spirit is so weak, it has allowed things, and there's things inside of this person that honestly should not be there, but because of how weak their spirit is and like how weak their mind is, it's like they're always suffering. It's at this point they can't really help it. So this person, they deal with like doubt, and they're always uncomfortable, they're always unsettled, they're always like feeling like they don't belong. This person could like dissociate a lot. It's really like they just don't feel comfortable in their own skin. And it's like they want you to feel uncomfortable, like either in your home, in your own body, in your own spirit, in your own job, your own relationship. This person, they don't feel comfortable. They don't feel comfortable. They don't feel like something is always off or always dirty, like inside of them. Like that's how it is. That's the best way I can explain it. This person who's trying to make you feel this way, this is exactly why, because they feel so uncomfortable because there's something dirty inside of them and they don't know what to do. And then when they are around you, or when they look at you, or when they hear about you, like your light, your cleanliness, your purity, your innocence, your love, it makes them uncomfortable. They cannot handle it, right? So realistically, if you really want to make it as clear as day, it's kind of like this person is possessed, or they're hosting negativity spirits or negative spirits inside of them, right? That's why they're always suffering, right? They're like homing negative energies and entities inside their body. This person is always suffering. I can't get that out. It's like that's what it is. So anyways, so that's that. This is that person, and you know who this person is too, because the minute you're around them, the minute that you are around this older woman, it's like your spirit is like at attention, right? It's like your spirit is at attention because this person's spirit it's there's things inside this person, right? And I don't know, it's like a demon of misery, a demon of suffering. They're always suffering about something, or I don't know. And for this person could have a lot of, they could suffer a lot with mental illness. Okay. It's always, they're just always, I don't know. Also to like, they always feel uncomfortable. They're never really comfortable. It's because there's like something dirty around them or attached to them. It's like they can't ever feel clean. Not really. And it's sad because it bothers them. Right? It's just, anyways, I'm not going to get into that. But anyway, so that's what's going on. But it's crazy because you don't feel that way. Right? Like, what do you have to feel uncomfortable about? What do you have to feel like unwelcome about? Like, you make your own way. Right? Like, first of all, it's your house, it's your job, it's your relationship, it's your friends, it's your life, it's whatever it is. Like, it's yours, not because you marched your way in and was like, this is mine. No, it's yours because God gave it to you, and you know that, and you're like, okay, this is mine because God gave it to me. Simple as that. Boom, done, end it. Let's move on to the next thing. But this person, they're just like, wait. No, you don't feel comfortable. And you're like, why not? God said I can be. This is what God gave me, so this is mine, what the water gave me. And this person's just like, well, but maybe you're not comfortable. Like, I don't know, it's weird. Like, this person doesn't want you to feel comfortable. It has to do with also with your, like, accomplishments, whatever you've accomplished in your life. Here's the thing too. So this could be like a family member, a neighbor, a relative. The main thing is where you are in your life right now. They are comparing where they were in their life at your age. It's weird. That's a thing. Autumn. Release the old and rest. This person, man, they gotta let this go. They don't want to let it go. I don't know why, but they want you to doubt. It's like if we can make the collective feel doubtful about what they have achieved in their life, they won't feel comfortable enough to continue, or they won't feel comfortable enough to enjoy it. And it's like, what? Like, why are you so worried? And realistically, it's because, they have shit inside their body. Release the old and rest. There's also something about how you're doing things. I'm seeing like the Hierophant in reverse. You're doing things differently. So again, if this is like family members or like neighbors or like elders or people that are older than you, they want you to feel uncomfortable with how your accomplishments are going, like how you have success in your life, only because it's not the way that they would have attempted to get success when they were your age in their time. They're doing something differently, and it's like they don't think you should be doing it that way. So they want you to feel uncomfortable enough to the point where you just stop doing it. And it's just like, what? Why are you so worried? And it's really, if you really want to dig deep into it, like, yeah, it's, that mindset, blah, blah, blah. But realistically, if you're going to think about it spiritually, it's because there is a specific regimen that these demons are trying to keep in place. But you've got all these light ones, earth angels, collectives, and all that good stuff waking up and changing things, switching things around, doing things differently than before. So if you really wanted to say it, like if you really want to get to that level, it's basically a bunch of demons that just don't want the world to wake up. Also, it's like there's the energy. It's like it wants you to feel so uncomfortable with like the work that you're doing that you just like start doubting it. Like, should I be waking people up? Should I be walking in my purpose? Should I be at this job? Should I be friends with this person? Should I be moving here? Should I be whatever it is that you're doing? It's causing great change, and it's the way that you're doing it, right? And these people, in my dream, it was an older woman, right? These people are suffering, because they don't want to admit the fact that doing things differently, especially in this day and age, is actually very beneficial, and it's more productive, and it's causing more change than ever before. Druid, hold the space. So, hold on. You're being called to keep doing what you're doing, and don't let whatever this negative energy is, whatever this feeling of trying to make you feel uncomfortable, trying to doubt yourself, trying to make you feel like maybe you shouldn't be doing what you're doing, keep doing what you're doing. It's kind of like, see that for what it is, acknowledge that for what it is, a projection, an attempt. But at the end of the day, you're going to keep doing what you're doing, right? Because you're in this position for a reason. You're walking this path for a purpose. So, yeah, you can throw all this energy that you want at me, but at the end of the day, I'm going to keep doing what I want to do. I'm going to keep doing this, right? Despite the fact that you may think it's so unconventional and so this and so that, and so I'm going to keep doing it because I'm in this position, because God put me in this position to keep doing it. Just because you feel like I shouldn't be doing this, it doesn't mean anything to me, realistically. You have to see it like that. Just because somebody doesn't want you to do something when you know, like, it's your calling, or when you know, like, it's for the greater good, like, and it's not, like, in a delusional kind of way. Like, just because somebody doesn't want you to do something, and it's like, for what? It makes no sense why you want me to stop. Like, I don't care. That doesn't matter to me. Just because you want me to stop doing this, that doesn't matter to me. I'm going to keep doing it. Right? Like, for example, if somebody wants you to not work at that job just because they don't like you being their coworker, okay, that doesn't matter to me. I'm still going to keep doing my job. Or just because somebody wants you to stop being someone's friend because, I don't know, it makes them jealous. Okay, that's your feeling. That has nothing to do with me. Like, stay in your lane and maybe you will stop suffering so much, right? It's simple as that. Hold on. Home. Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay, cool. Alright, so that's that. So you got somebody who doesn't want to, and you're watching these people stay stuck in the past, too. You see them. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you have to do about it. There's nothing you should do about it. Like I said, if you want to stay stuck in the past, that's your business. That has nothing to do with me, because I'm going to keep doing what I want to do. Right? Alright, hold on. I'll be right back. I just saw 22, 23, or all of those numbers, but hold on. Okay, I'm back. So, I had to open the door. So yeah, you're just like watching these people, whatever, all that good stuff, right? Alright. So it's interesting because in the dream, like, I knew, like, I'm like, why is this difficult? Or why is, like, I don't know, it was like a strong feeling of, like, trying to make me feel uncomfortable. And I'm like I shouldn't be looking for my own room and my own house. And it's just like, the more you kept looking for your room, the more you kept going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into the house. And it was just kind of like, you shouldn't be doing that. It was like that, like a kind of like a tattletale thing. You shouldn't be doing that. Don't be doing that. And it's just like, but it was coming from a specific woman in my dream, like an older woman. And it's kind of like, it was, I'm breathing so hard right now. it was annoying because it's like, first of all, mind your business. Second of all, mind your business. And third of all, mind your business. Like, don't be worried about what I'm going to do in my house. Like, that's the Scorpio in me coming out. Protect your blessings. I feel like that's for you. Somebody wants it to, like, because the more you keep going inside of your house, like, the more inner work that you keep doing, the more you keep figuring things out, like, oh, this is this is that, blah, 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 right? These people, they don't, what are the reasons why they're suffering? Or what are the reasons why this person, it's for some of you, it's a group of people, whatever, but in the dream, it was like one person. For the reason why this person is suffering so much is because there's a fear. They're afraid of what they're going to see if they go inside their house. They're afraid to what's going to, it's like they're afraid to come face to face with, realistically, if you really want to go there again, they're afraid to come face to face with God. They're afraid. Otherwise, why is your spirit so weak? If your spirit wasn't as weak as you're claiming that it wasn't, you wouldn't be afraid to face God. So I don't care. It's not your business what I do in my home. So that's pretty much that, right? So this is like, that's why they're afraid. They're afraid to go inside their house because they're afraid about what they're going to see, what they're going to confront, what they're going to have to like face, what's going to come towards them, the things that are like lurking in the shallows and the deep depths of themselves. Like they're afraid of all those, that shame, guilt, regrets, monsters, and negativity. They're afraid of facing all of that, right? And that's part of that shadow work that you should be doing, right? You should be like, yeah, it could be scary. Like, I'm not going to say it's not, but at the end of the day, like, if you're really about that life, then you would face it. You would go inside that house and face those demons. Instead, what this person does, what these people do, they're so afraid that these demons, they just, they would just be squatting in their house, right? And that's why they're so uncomfortable, because they've got demons squatting in their house. They don't belong there. But you're also not strong enough to kick them out either. But at the heart of that house is what? God. That's you don't have the strength to fight those demons, or you're never gonna. So at the end of the day, you're afraid to face God. So it is what it is. So don't come to me about anything. You're not gonna try and make me feel uncomfortable about going in my house and trying to look for my room because you're afraid of going in your house. You're afraid of what your house like is holding. Your patterns and your routines. Your patterns and your routines. I feel like your patterns, your routines and your patterns, it's important. But if also, if you've been tired lately and not wanting to, like, just get in that extra hour of sleep. So here's the thing, right? So if you've been extra tired and like, oh, like another hour, another 20 minutes, another hour, that's fine. And usually, like, people would be like, oh, just try and get up. No. If you need that extra hour of sleep, get that extra hour of sleep. Because here's the thing, that's realistically, that might just be what you need. So if there's an energy that's trying to make you feel like, you're so tired, you can't get up just yet. That could just be part of the plan. Like everything happens for a reason. Like, how some people like, all right, I don't want to say that because that's going to be too much. All right, so I'll say it like this. You know how like when you set your alarm and you have to wake up for work and you have like an important meeting, but then your alarm, like, for some reason, like, it just never went off, or like it went off like 10 minutes late or whatever. And then, that starts a chain reaction of things, right? But out of that chain reaction, like, you're over here thinking, oh, I'm going to be late, I missed the meeting, but then something amazing happens, right? So at the end of the day, just kind of like, don't get so hung up on following the same patterns and routines every day. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you wake up and you're just like, oh, I needed like an extra 20 minutes or like an extra hour of sleep, that's fine. Do that. Because that just might be what you need. Okay? Don't just go with the flow. That's what I'm saying. Just let it happen. In this situation. Like, because I feel like sometimes you have to be a little bit too specific with people, because it's just like, no way are you that dumb. But anyways, hiding their identity in plain sight. Yeah, but the thing is, you already know who this person is. You know who these people are. Also, somebody's watching your patterns and routines. So if somebody has an idea, or they know what you do on a day-to-day basis, or what your routine is, or what your patterns are like on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month basis, they're trying to mess with that. But it's funny because what they think that they're messing with is actually part of the plan. Hi. Is that rock salt all over you? Oh, wow. Yeah, we're at that point where we need rock salt now because of the snowstorm. It's like a snowstorm. Can you please just fix me? I can't do it on my own. Whoever this person is, they just... It's weird because, like, they want you to stop doing what they're doing, but at the same time, they're watching you enough. Like, whoever this person is, they know. If you were suffering the same thing as them, or if you were once in a position as them, or if you once lived a similar life as them, or... She's fine. Because there's no crying. She's good. This person, there's an envy with this card coming out. This person envies how, like, you're not suffering. They want you to, like, help fix their suffering, but that's not your place. Which is weird because they want you to feel uncomfortable in your own place, your own environment, your own skin, but they also want you to, like, you know what? It's not really that they want you to fix them. It's just, like, they want to make it seem like they want to be better, that they want to be fixed, they want to be healed. They want to make it seem that way. But at the same time, they're not trying to let go of living in a way or in a style or in a mindset or in a heart space that is just not relevant anymore. That's really what it is. I don't really think it has anything to do with you, collective. It's just the fact that they want to be fixed and they want to be healed, but at the same time, they don't want to let go. They don't want to change. That's their problem. So, and it's because they don't want to change, they don't want to heal. It's like, I want to change, I want to heal, but you're still doing the same shit that you were doing yesterday. I want to be better, but you're still doing the same shit that you're doing yesterday. So, what is it? Because at this point, your actions are speaking a lot louder than your words. So I feel like this person, that's the case. Their actions are speaking a lot louder than words. Because if they really wanted to change, Autumn would be upright, release the old and rest. But this is why they cannot release the old and rest. They can't let it go. There's something that they can't let go. It's those demons that they carry with them. They're too afraid to kick them out. There's a deep shame and a deep guilt inside this person that they're afraid to face. That's why. There's something dark, like a secret. There's a dark secret that this person holds. And it's like, it terrifies them to, like, I don't know, like, face some sort of judgment. Because that's what happens when you go deep within. You start facing judgment, right? You start fighting those demons. You start clearing that shit out. But it's so weird because as terrified as this person is, they want you to feel uncomfortable because you're actually making strides. You're actually making forward movement. And this person tries to hide their intentions. You already know who this person is. You know who they are. Karmic family. Yeah, these could be karmic family members of yours, which is crazy because in the dream it was an aunt of mine. So this could be an aunt of yours. It could be an uncle of yours. But in my dream, right, for the sake of being open and honest, it was an aunt of mine. So, do with that what you will. Okay? All right. I'm gonna get some tarot and then I'm gonna I don't know, close the reading because I'm already at like 34 minutes. I swear, I be trying to keep these readings as short as possible, but it's just like, no, you have to say this now. You have to say that. Okay, now say this. Okay, now say that. Now say this. Now say that. Like, you're not done. And it's just like, ugh. This is why I only do like one reading a day. It's just like, it takes a lot of energy to like decipher everything and go through everything and Like this is this, and it's like a puzzle, you know. Like you got to put the pieces together. And I love a good puzzle. Don't get me wrong, but I have to admit that doing a puzzle every day, like I need to like relax my brain. I need a breather. All right, I need to like not use my brain for like a second. Five of Wands. So these karmic family members, this karmic woman, this karmic person, there's fighting and conflict. There's going on with them. This is somebody who's very argumentative too. Like they like to argue. Yeah, your patterns and routines, this person is comparing your patterns and routines to theirs. That's another thing too. That's why they're watching, because I remember how I said something like where you are right now in your life, they're comparing that to how they were doing things when they were your age in their life. It doesn't matter what age it is. It could be like your 20s, your 30s, your 40s. But however old you are now in your life right now, they're comparing how you're doing things now versus how they were doing things at that age when in their time. I don't know, it's for some reason they think it's their place to like argue about the things that you're doing in your life or how you're doing things in your life. It's like it makes them like, oh, they shouldn't be doing this or they shouldn't be doing that. Like you notice though, like the people that are arguing about your life are the ones that are tired and exhausted and miserable. And you're arguing about my life. But here I am drinking hot cocoa on a snowy day, enjoying the weather, right? So that says a lot. These people are exhausted arguing about your life. And what? Like you're arguing, you're tiring yourself out, you're exhausting yourself by talking about someone else's life and arguing about someone else's life, and they shouldn't be doing this and they shouldn't be doing that. And last time I checked, God said to stay in your lane. I don't know, that's it really. You don't have to do anything but keep doing what you're doing. Watch them from a distance and just, protect your blessing, which, you're doing. Don't even, put too much into your patterns and routines, because at this point you're just like, okay, well, God's telling me to do this, so I'm just going to do this. I also feel like the more you collective let things go with the flow, the more their identity becomes revealed to you. I feel like they were watching your patterns and routines heavily, because it's like, okay, so if they're going to the market at this time, then I can hide behind this car while they're in the market and watch them from this position, right? It's like that. But now it's like, they're 10 minutes late to come to the market, and I've been waiting here for 10 minutes, and now it's starting to rain, and I don't know what to do because they're not here yet. Come to find out, you went to the market last night because you knew it was going to rain, and, God told you to just go right now instead of tomorrow. Right? So, these people are giving themselves away by trying to, like, I don't know, pay attention to your patterns and your routines. Also, it's something like, I don't know, there's something about like a cafe. So like if you usually go to the cafe at some time or whatever, right? And then you just don't end up going that day, but then like the next day you don't go, and like the next day you do go, and then you just bump into this person. And then, it's just like, oh, what are you doing here? I've never seen you here before. They're like, yeah, I come here all the time. And it's just like, really? I've never seen you here before. There's something about a kitchen. Somebody wants to cook with you. Somebody wants to cook with you, or somebody's talking. You know, I don't feel like that's... Anyways, let's move on. Is that it? Or do I need to switch to decks? So... Strength. So you have the strength to protect your blessings. You have the strength to keep doing what you're doing, to hold the space. Like, I feel like you're very strong. You're very strong. You have a lot of energy. I also feel like you're a leader. Something about, like, you lead people to change, like... You could also be, like, when it comes to your health, you could be in your prime, or just very healthy for your age. And I'm only saying that because lions are, like... I don't know, they're just super, like, I don't know, they're just healthy and, like, very strong, and you're also selective on who you allow around you. Whatever it is, like, you're on top of your game. 8 of Cups. So you walked away from these people. These could be people that are in church, or that go to church because there's a church in here. Or you could have walked away from a church or religion and became, more towards, like, the spiritual end. So you walked away from religion and went towards spirituality. And that's what these people are, like. They want to argue and fight about that. Oh, you shouldn't leave the church. You shouldn't leave the church. Spirituality is this. Spirituality. Not for nothing, though, but realistically, what has the church done for you in terms of your self-work? In terms of being truly happy? In terms of meeting with God? In terms of connecting with the divine? I'm not saying anything wrong about church, because, some people it's very beneficial. It's very healing. That sense of community and all that good stuff. But in this situation right here, just like not all spiritualists are good. Not all religions are good. Not all churches are good. Not all preachers, pastors, and priests are good. Right? Not all of one thing is bad, is what I'm trying to say. Not all of one thing is good either. Okay? There's good and bad to everything. But in this situation, these people are making it seem like it's a problem because you left one thing to go towards another thing. And then come to find out, like, that one thing that you're going towards, it's actually, like, you're not suffering the way they are. So in this situation, if you left the church and became spiritual, why is it that it's these people that are arguing and they're miserable and they're suffering and they have ailments, but church is the way, religion is the way, and there's chaos among them, but religion is the way, church is the way, right? That's what you're saying. But here you are walking the path of spirituality. You've got blessings that you're able to protect. You got your strength, you got your health, you're in your prime, at the top of your game. There's a massive difference. And it's like, it's come to a point in time where religion, it had its time. Now it's time to do the inner work. You can't, like, these people, I feel like one of the reasons why they're fighting amongst themselves is because they're hiding amongst themselves. But, like, nobody wants to admit that they're all sick, that they're all suffering. And here you are standing by yourself and you're watching this happen. You're all sick, you're all suffering. But you're arguing about me and my life and the collective and how they're doing this, and it's very sad. It's very sad. I feel like every time you took a step away from whatever this was, for some of you, it could be a job, it could be a relationship, a friendship, a family member, religion, spirituality, whatever it is. Every time you took a step away from it, you found emotional fulfillment. You found happiness. You found, like, wow, this feels great. That's what you found. Every time you took a step away from this, you found happiness. Like your cups was being filled. Emperor. This could be you finally taking charge and control of your life. Or this could be you, a divine masculine. We got Leos and Aries out here. For some of you, you could be going towards Emperor, but it's not really that kind of reading. But that is around here. That's there. It's like a hint. It's like LaCroix. You know, strawberry LaCroix. It's like a hint of strawberry taste. Like a whisper of lemons. It's like that. LaCroix. It cracks me up. So that's there. For some of you, you could be going towards an emperor, but that's not really the whole point of this right now. The message of this reading, that's not the point of it. Otherwise, the love aspect will be more prevalent, but it's not. It's just the fact that these people are fighting because you're just doing things differently. You have more control and power in your life than these people do. And it's crazy because there is a group of them and not one of them has control of anything that's going on in their life, whether it's individually or, you know, like within the group of them. And here you are by yourself and you have more control and power than they do. You also have a lot of wisdom too. These people are like children. So it's crazy because these people could be older than you, but spiritually, emotionally, mentally, they are like children. You are like a child. You know how in Avatar, when I think her name was Natiri, she was telling Jake Sully, like he's like a child, like he just doesn't. It's like a whole new world, and he's just loud and arrogant and out of place. And these people are like a child. They're like children. And they could be older than you. And here you are. You could be younger than them or the same age as them. But it's like you have a lot more wisdom in your solitude than they do in their community. I want to stop this reading, but hold on. Let me get forgot what I was saying. I don't know. Whatever. Queen of Wands reversed. Yeah. Yep. That's who's hiding their identity. This is the person that they're always suffering. They have ailments and all that shit like that. And I'm not saying that just because you have ailments, like, that makes you karmic. So, relax. I'm not saying that. But this is this person who always feels like it's an issue. They want to make you feel uncomfortable about being... It's really... This person... First of all, this is a Queen of Wands in reverse. So, of course, they're going to be bitter at the fact that together we stand, we're miserable and anxious. In solitude, you're alone, but you're happy, strong, in your power, and you've got blessings. They're jealous about that. This person doesn't know, like... That's why the feathers came up. Because you're free. This person, they're bound to their demons. They also, if you're a divine feminine, and obviously this is a feminine because the Queen of Wands came up, or this just could be just like a really jealous man, right? A man acting in a karmic feminine way. But in my dream, like I said, it was an aunt. So this could be an aunt of yours. But the Queen of Wands is very jealous. Very bitter. Unattractive. There's nothing attractive about her, or she doesn't feel attractive. No one sees her as attractive. So this person is like jealous of your beauty, your freedom, your spirituality, your ambition, your power, your health, your wisdom, everything about you. It just triggers this person. It's like they're so jealous that it's making them, on top of the fact that they are already uncomfortable, they want you to be uncomfortable. But the thing is, it's not going to happen, because the more you take steps away from these people, from this thing, the happier you are. And that is just a fact. With the Eight of Cups. And it's like, they can hide all they want, but you're just going to keep walking away further and further and further. And the reason why you're being called to walk away is because you have to protect your blessings. You cannot have blessings around this woman, around these people. You cannot. You cannot. That is a fact. God is telling you to walk away. I'm giving you these gifts, these blessings, these abilities. You need to walk away. Otherwise, you cannot use them the way that you're being called to use them. Not around these people who are trying so hard to, like, condemn you for what you have. And that's why they don't have what you have. I also feel like this Queen of Wands in reverse is condemning you for what you have, because she doesn't have what you have, when realistically, you're so stuck in the past. You're so, you've got conflict and chaos within your mind, body, soul. You cannot even handle what I have. You don't even know what to do with it. With great power comes great responsibility, and you cannot handle that. Right? You've been given great power, and it makes this person jealous. Bye.